No, I'm going to change it. I'm going to go even wilder. I'm going to go Victor Ageter to win this race with that brand new set of tyres.
With those fresh set of tyres. Well, it's a smart call, I would say. For someone who I'm going to go with, I am going to say... do you know what? I don't know. Luca Man.
Yeah.
Luca, why not?
Garrity Motorsports.
Yes, Luca Man on this one. Well, let's find out. We have no idea who's going to win this one, but let's find out. Into those tram lines, lights are green. We are racing. A lot of clean air for a lot of these drivers. So many missing drivers in this race. We're down in towards turn one. The front two already have a huge advantage because they had a clean run in front of them and behind them. A little bit of dust in the background there, but crucially, it is a good getaway for Victor Sundberg and Raul Martinez, who are breaking away now for the rest of the field.
Clean start here for the consolation race. All of them making their way through the infield section. Keep an eye out for Tristan Trozo, who's looking pretty quick in the early stages of this race for Spirit Karting. You've got one of the Sundberg brothers in this race as well, in the shape of Victor Sundberg. We'll wait and see whether brother Noel has made it through to the final in X30 Senior. But Victor looking to have a good finish here into the chicane for the first time, down the inside. And that looks like the 2:22 of Tristan Stocklover, who's had a very good first lap for Spirit Karting. Leads this one from Victor Sundberg. Move going in from Sean Hogan. That was my other thought for a driver who I think could do pretty well in this race. The Brennan Tech 260 is on the move.
Yeah, it certainly is. And so is Victor Ageter. 10 places gained there, Andrew. Your prediction coming alive here. He's up into P9 now. As he pushes his way through the end of that first opening lap. On to lap 2 of 15 here, and it's starting to close in just that little bit. We're now getting a 5-car pack here, but Zoxauer leading the way from Hogan, who still sits there in second place. Sundberg and Raul Martinez still in control of the top 4. Barros there in P5, Maton in P6. It's all changed a little bit. Alatorre's up into 7th place as well. Ageter's followed, and Gorecki gone down to P9. Luca Man, my prediction is there in P10.
Again, 4 places on the first lap. It's looking like quite a competitive consolation race in these early stages at the Iame Winter Cup. Here comes Sean Hogan down the inside. Lovely move from the Irishman. Takes the lead. This is the kind of form that we saw back in November at the Iame Warrior Final, where Sean Hogan had a really, really strong weekend. It's not been reflective of his pace this weekend. He had a really, really tough, a bad bit of luck in qualifying, and that kind of set the tone for those qualifying heats. But he's showing what he can do now. He'll look to break away from the Swiss driver behind, keeping it nice and tidy as they go through turn 11.
Indeed, and with that, keeps the pack nice and close as well. As Zoxauer now has to really think about attacking and defending at this point here. But at this moment, he may just have to think about defending, because Hogan has already opened up a fair slice of a gap. However, what will it be as they go through the chicane? Because they concertina up. How will they fare across the line? The gap was 2.6. It's 2.3, so they've got a bit closer here, as now we've got Sundberg going to the inside at turn 1. Finds the way through. That helps Hogan out with breaking away. This will definitely help him out. Zoxauer back down the inside, retakes 2nd place. This is nice racing from our consolation group here.
Yeah, this is good. This is how it should be done. We sometimes don't fully see that in the consolation race, but this is a good one so far for the Iame Winter Cup. Warning flag for Jorens Marcos. That's one of our 2 drivers with at least some new tyres in this race. That'll be a 5-second time penalty to be applied post-race. Through there is Yanis Martin, the French driver for Dream Racing. We've had a decent weekend here, particularly in the hands of Clement Lutron, who we'll see later on in the final. Martin gets through in that running for 5th, 6th and 7th places.
Well, eyes on this here, across the line. And we're on to lap 5 now. Just see what's going to be happening. The black and white flag comes in then from the start marshal. Of course, all the marshals here have done a brilliant job this weekend. You can see they've battled the sun, they've battled the wind, they've battled the clouds and everything like that. But they've had relatively nice weather for, I think, a nice change, because it was hailing, wasn't it, on the first day here? I was worried that we were going to get at the start of a season where it was going to be classic to last season, where it was every race weekend we went to, there was always a little bit of precipitation.
And the other thing, if I may take the moment to say it as well, it's wonderful to be back in Valencia.
Isn't it?
We loved coming here at the start of the 2024 season. We were so looking forward to the end of the season, and IWF being held here. What happened? Everybody knows what happened, and it was a really terrible time. But to be back here, to see Valencia back on its feet, rebuilding, recharging itself. Testament to the whole team here at Cartodrome International, Lucas Guerrero, and the team and everyone in the wider community.
Yeah, indeed. And a lot of the villages surrounding this circuit as well were affected. Of course, Chiva, who's only just down the road, we drove through there when we arrived, and the damage there was quite considerable. So, great to see that they are still strong and rebuilding everything like that. Yeah, 100%. Barros now the fastest lap of the race, pushing his way through, 9/10 off the race leader here. He's right there behind Sundberg. I suspect we could see an overtake relatively soon from him. In the background there, P4. Not too close this time around. It's got a little bit of a buffer between the two of them. This isn't a buffer, though. Zoxal back to the inside. Hogan not able to break away fully than what he did earlier on, and communication between the two saying, come on, let's go, let's push forward.
Absolutely, because if they find, that's going to be good news for the likes of Victor Sundberg and Joao Barros. And I tell you what, Mariano Alatorre up 15 places so far in this race. Now, yes, a good number of those will be the withdrawals from this race, but that's still the biggest gain of anyone out there. Michael Korecki has just set the fastest lap of the race, a 56.360 for the Polish driver racing for the very experienced KB Racing experienced team. They've raced in many karting formulas. They brought a good team to the Iame Winter Cup and then into the Iame Euroseries in 2024, and it's good to see that part of the world continuing to grow its stock in X30 racing.
No, it certainly is. Eyes on Alatorre in this one. P5, 15 places gained. No fresh tyres at all. I think he put them on earlier on. Oh, big send down the inside there for Joao Barros there. Down the inside, he gains third place from Victor Sundberg. That's a nice, tidy move there through turn number one. I do always kind of hold my breath when I see them go side by side into turn number one, because it's such a fast corner, and just one little loss of grip on the front or the rear, it could certainly be a different story by the end of the corner.
It's what I like to call a proper corner. It's a proper corner in so many different ways, whether it's in a qualifying session on a one-lap pace, or all the way through to a big final like we're going to see later on today. It's a commitment corner and a great opportunity to overtake. This is also a great opportunity to overtake. Sean Hogan just holds himself for now at the end of lap number 8. Into the second half of this one, Hogan checks over his shoulder, sees that Barros is in fairly close proximity.
Yeah, I'm thinking this. I think if I was Hogan, I'd be thinking I might want to try and get this place back, just so I know I'm at the front of this group, because they are closing in there. Barros definitely 100% in that victory lane. The gap has come down considerably now to, I think, less than half a second here. And that's certainly going to be something to think about when they next enter that chicane region at the final part of the lap. But no changes so far between these drivers. The pace has remained relatively similar for the front runners in this one. Any other big movers in this? Sebastian Cherezov as well, 12 places gained. I think that's because he was in and around some of the drivers who haven't obviously taken part in this one, and he's jumped up quite a fair chunk. But the rest of the field still looking very strong here. But crucially on that one, Zolksauer, purple in sector 2, so he's responded to the rest of the field. But it's definitely looking like one group of 4, maybe 2 groups here, one group of 3, and just Sundberg slowly dropping back.
Indeed, so it's locked over. Oh, there's a big off in the background through the gravel for someone. I think, it's Luca Mann. Luca Mann's weekend ends. The 2-1-2, the developing team. This is the team run by Cian Geraghty and his father Nigel. Luke has been with them for the last 9 months or so, and unfortunately his Iame Winter Cup finishes with a little watch the rest of this race in Marshall Post 3.
Yeah, that is a big shame there. Not sure what happened, if it was just squeezed off in the exit of turn 1. on a failed move, or is that mechanical in nature? Well, I don't think it's mechanical in nature because a warning flag has just gone the way of Luca Mann. He's out of the race, so that's a bit insult to injury, but yeah, very quick decision there from the officials for that warning flag for Luca Mann.
Just keeping an eye on further down the order, Alfonso Ferreira has got past Victor Ajater. I think Victor Ajater has been cursed because he's made up 11 places, but is not making up any more with his new tyres. Unfortunately, Michael Gurecki has just got through past Sebastian Cherysov for 11th place in this race. Meanwhile, back at the front, Sean Hogan edging away a little bit. He's still going to be in that issue area where once we get into this part of the circuit, Barros and Sloxover will close in with the slipstream. But Sean Hogan looking pretty calm, looking composed and aware of his surroundings as well, continues to lead this race into the chicane as no moves are made on that occasion. We've got 4 laps to go.
They have, yeah. I mean, I giggled there because I thought we were going to see something from Barros. I thought he closed right in. There it is, down the inside, where he did it earlier on Sundberg. Gets it done this time on Sean Hogan and takes the lead of this race. Again, I don't think that's over just yet. I think Hogan's going to try and retaliate pretty quickly because we're nearing the end of this race. We are on lap 12 of 15, but Hogan not going for it. Zolczara is down the inside, not enough, loses so much time on the exit. Sundberg's now going to try and go around the outside, the long way round, as close as you can get. Has he got it sealed? No, Zolczara holds it down the inside. Wait for the switch over here. No, that's great defensive driving, great awareness as well from both of them.
Yeah, good recovery there from Sloxover, and you've got to give credit to Victor Sundberg having a go around the outside of through turns 9 and 10. That has spread things apart a little bit, and I think we're going to be down to 2 in all reality for the win in this one. 3 laps to go. João Barros for Victory Lane Karting, trying to win this consolation race. Barros has gone up 12 places so far in this race. Llorens Marcos has lost a couple of spots out there. Mikhail Gurecki and Ulysses Crespo Murata is through, and in fact I think Llorens Marcos has come to a stop in Sector 3 or maybe gone into the pit lane because he's very much late on arrival for the end of lap number 12.
Yeah, he certainly is, and yeah, I think you could be correct on that one. So that's another driver out of this race. Another big shame, but Barros is impressing me on this one with those 12 places gained. He did not put new tyres on for this race. I think he may have deployed them earlier on in the weekend for him to use them here. But certainly, he's having a very strong performance in this one for his last appearance this weekend in the Iame Winter Cup 2025. Sean Hogan, though, is still right with him. Those two have broken away now from Zolczara and Sundberg. They lost so much time on that contretemps that they had earlier on. But they're all trying to fight back through in this field. Lap 14, penultimate lap. Last lap board will be out this time. Who do we think then? Andrew, is it going to be Barros? Is it going to be Hogan?
Barros has looked very good on the brakes in this race. So I think I would just edge it towards Barros because Sean's going to need to really send it and keep it under control to get past that 261 from Victory Lane Karting. But he has lost the lead and wrestled it back earlier on in this race. And he's a very experienced driver in a strong Irish X30 championship on the Emerald Isle. Into the final lap in a moment's time. Marcel Matijevic, by the way, has got through past Alejandro Suarez for 11th place, and Rosanna Driver holding ahead in the top 10. There's the point for Barros to say, let's keep working together. I don't think Sean Hogan's going to take too much notice in that because there's a race win on the line and we've got less than 1.4 kilometres to go.
You know, I like that from Barros. I mean, he's done that. He's lost a lot of time, actually, through that infield section here. Hogan might actually have an opportunity here. Yeah, no, just saying, I love that commitment still. Yes, it's their last race of the weekend. They know they're not gaining anything from winning this race, but I love how they're still communicating, fighting like that for this win. It is great to see. Hogan's not out of contention. This Barros has done a brilliant job on this lap, but he's just held a tighter line this time around. He said, let's go. But now he's defending in this last one. I don't think Hogan thinks he's going to go for the move, but he's going to try it here, side by side, into the final chicane. They both run wide. Through goes Zolczara. Zolczara's going to take it across the line. Tristan Zolczara for Switzerland and the Spirit team He takes it at the end of that one. Absolutely superb. I think Hogan was just like, well, let's go for it. What have we got to lose?
I say Hogan had a great run out of turn 15 and 16. Barros had put himself off the racing line, and that's the difference with the track here on Sunday to earlier in the week. There's so much rubber on that flat-out racing line that Barros just washed out to driver's left. That gave Hogan the opportunity down the inside, and then they both went a little bit too deep into the corner. But fair play to Tristan and Sox over there, just keep going on, taking third place onto the last lap, and then the top two got involved with one another, gave himself the opportunity to take the race win, which he did at the end of those 15 laps. There's your provisional result. Tristan Sloxover wins the consolation race here in Valencia. That is the end of the weekend for all of these drivers. Hogan, Barros, Luis Martinez and Alatorre, your top five.